Hey there, my friend. Perry Tinsley here. Is it possible to change your mindset around fitness? I mean, to go from that cycle of on again, off again, the struggles that happen, but nothing seems to work, and you'd rather go into something more like an ease and flow where everything clicks and you tend to progress faster than you ever thought possible. Well, let's talk about growing your fitness mindset so that you can continue to get the results that you desire. Stay tuned. Hey there, my friend. Welcome to another Power Blast podcast where we provide nourishment for the soul, allowing you to transform from the inside out, providing you rapid results in mindset and fitness so that you can recharge your battery and reclaim your power. And before we get into all that great stuff, all the great mindset stuff, make sure you hop on my calendar when you're ready to make a shift. When you're ready, go over to talktoperry.com. My calendar is wide open for podcast listeners and viewers, and it's absolutely free. And it's all about keeping your energy high so that you can reach all of your goals. And I want to help you recharge your battery, not just like your iPhone battery. That would be really cool to have that always done. But your mental and physical battery so that you can reclaim your power. And we do that in 15 minutes. That's over at talktoperry.com. Now, I've been listening to this book. I love books. I get some on Kindle. I get some on, and the reason why I do the Kindle things is that I can get to my highlights really easily, and I'm not taking up space, but I do like regular books. But I love audiobooks too, and there's this book called Mindset by Dweck. And I loved it because I can relate to a lot of the things in there. I was a former teacher for 21 years, and many of the things in the book, she focuses on growth mindset, or this thing called growth mindset I'll tell you about in a minute. A lot of the things are learning in the classroom or learning in work environments, and this idea of fixed mindset and growth mindset. And of course, as I'm going through it, I'm relating it to fitness mindset. Because the people I coach, and even the things that I've gone through on my journey, I've found to be literally stuck in a fixed mindset, and I didn't know that's what it was called. So a fixed mindset is basically where you where you believe that your skills and your abilities are fixed. You're either good at something or you're not good at something. You look at life as like, this is just the way life is going to be. This is just who you are. And the growth mindset, which I'm so grateful I pivoted to in many things in my life, the growth mindset is believing that no matter the circumstance or wherever you're starting from, that you can always improve. So a growth mindset in fitness, you're believing anything's possible, that you can get fit, that you can get strong, that you can get athletic, that you can improve your game, that you can always learn. Whether you're just starting out or you happen to be an elite athlete, it's having that strong desire and being willing to do whatever it takes, no matter the obstacle. Obviously, proper goal setting and persistence, that's going to get you there. And the fixed mindset, well, you have this little secret self inside you, this little belief that secret self has that things won't improve, or you can improve just a little bit and it's temporary, and that usually leads to, it's not for me, I'm not getting the results as fast as I want, and you end up failing or just giving up. And I'm going to tell you what, this is where I had my biggest breakthrough. Here it was at the age of 38. Now, I don't know what age you're at, but at the time when I was 38, I was thinking, oh gosh, I'm pretty old. This is the way life's going to be. I was overweight, overwhelmed. I felt overworked, probably because I was overweight and overwhelmed. I was a former 2-pack-a-day smoker, drove an hour each way to work. I was running a German Shepherd rescue, running an additional business of doing web design and video production. And I love to sit and play at my computer a lot, And I felt that I was just too old to get in shape. Yet I see this guy building this fence out. We hired a guy to build our fence, and this guy, not that much younger than me, totally ripped, totally in shape. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's probably been working out forever. So I just got this, while I felt too old to really get in shape and get fit, I was just hoping and praying that I could just lose some weight. just feel better about myself, have the belly not tuck up next to the drive, the steering wheel as I got into the car. But the thing is, every fitness plan I checked out, and I do have a lot of clients that do this, so I can relate when I see it happening. Every fitness plan or even nutrition plan I checked out, I was instantly looking for cracks or flaws in the plan. Not that the plan had flaws in it. I was just looking for ways of why it wouldn't work for me. I was giving myself a way out. Oh, that won't work for me because of XYZ. And I was just ready to use any quick excuse to get me off the hook from putting in the time, from putting in the effort, so I could stay in my comfort zone. Now, I didn't know I was staying in a comfort zone, but the comfort zone wasn't really all that comfortable. I don't know what the deal is with that, but let me ask you, when I had that thinking, was that a fixed mindset or was it a growth mindset? I'll give you a second to figure that one out. All right, you already got the answer. Here's the cool thing. You can change it. You know that I was in a fixed mindset, right? So there are shifts that I made, and hopefully you can use these, use my example as inspiration, because it wasn't just when I started to make this shift, different incidences and different things began to happen. Okay. So here's the thing I had to do first. First thing I had to do was take responsibility. So often I was quick to blame other things outside why I couldn't do these things. Oh, I'm too busy. I've got all these projects. I've got all this stuff, and I'm blaming all this external thing. So, and I'm getting old. So this is the way life's supposed to be. So when I was shifting to the growth mindset, I'm like, I need to take responsibility. Did I take responsibility? Yes. Then I had to get real honest with myself that I was using excuses and self-defeating behaviors and negative self-talk. And those things were not serving me. And they were holding me back and pulling me back into that familiar comfort zone of, I'll just ignore it for a few more years when I have more time, when I'm a little bit more in flow. It's like, that hadn't happened in the past decade. What's gonna change? I had to shift this mindset stuff, right? And I wanted a breakthrough. Was my desire to change strong enough? Yes. Was I willing to do whatever it takes when life got challenging or unmotivating? And there was a real honest sit down with yourself chat. Because a lot of times I'm like, hey, do you have this strong desire? People say yes. Are you willing to do whatever it takes even when these certain things happen? And then people are like, a lot of times I'm just looking to grab the parachute and just jump out of the plane, right? But I made the decision that I was willing to do whatever it takes. I came up with a simple system to keep myself accountable. So I would show up and put in the work and put in the time, even when I was unmotivated and feeling, lazy or feeling, kind of tired, whatever. I came up with a system that I showed up. And so that part was easy. Making that decision was easy. Showing up was a little more challenging. But since I made that decision, I chose to adopt a growth mindset, and that I didn't have to conquer my goal right away. If I could just improve a little bit better than the day before, maybe it's an extra rep. Maybe it was just showing up for an extra minute or two. Just something better than the day before. Just showing up a lot of times was better than the day before because I wasn't showing up before. And when I was doing that, I was proving to myself and infusing the belief in myself that every day I showed up, that was empowering. And there were many days I didn't want to. Many days I was dragging, because I had that hour drive and it was just kind of just wore on me, unmotivated. Yet my new growth mindset was excited to see where this thing was going to go. So here's what happened. In 3 months, I dropped 35 pounds. I was blown away. Now, guess what happened next? I'm going to be transparent with you. I stopped thinking in my growth mindset. I figured I was at a new place, so this becomes my new normal, and I was going to stay fixed right there, thinking, okay, I've dropped 35 pounds. I'll just stay here. But, life is always changing, and staying anchored to my new habits, you know what? The new habits weren't sticking yet. I was bringing in some of the old fixed mindset thinking. The unhealthy habits were sneaking back in, and I was being pulled back to where I first started. Now, I didn't pack back on the 35 pounds, but I could just see the trend going back. Even though I was technically calling it a maintenance mode, there was no maintenance. There was just, I was either going forward or I was going backwards. I wasn't staying in place. So here's what I did. I cut the anchor. I let it go. From that point on, I made another decision to continue on making this a lifelong journey of growth, as opposed to, hey, I got in shape for a vacation. Hey, I got in shape for this reunion or for an event or whatever it is. While those can be fun things to work toward, it's always what's next to keep improving better than the day before, showing up each day, improving just a little bit better in mindset and fitness and many things in life. A lot of times when you have the mindset, the fitness, the health clicking, it spirals out into other things. And it's recognizing the limiting beliefs when they come up and allowing them to surface. A lot of times it was like a limiting belief, like I don't have time or I'm not a morning person or whatever. It's not like I suppressed it. I allowed it to surface. And then I'm like, is that really true or is that just a story? Let's test it out. I think it's a story, and I would pivot into a different direction. And just that simple decision, that simple shift in thinking impacted everything. Not only my fitness journey and my health, but my career and my life in general, even relationships. And here's the thing. I did that at the age of 38 when I was too old, and now 2 decades have passed. Yes, I did that 20 years ago. As of this recording, I'm 58. And every day, better and better. Even when life gives you obstacles, it's going to, when there's challenges or there's storms. So I strongly believe that no matter where you're starting from, you can improve. I mean, if you've been in shape and you're doing things all along, there's always ways to improve in mindset and fitness. So let me ask you, are you a person who wants to set rocket fuel to your goals, your mindset, your beliefs? Now, this is where I can help you. When you're ready, hop on a free recharge call with me. It's over at talktoperry.com. And I want to hear your goals and what things you're working through, any struggles that you're going through, what's become an energy drain for you. And I can tell you within 15 minutes of us talking together what direction is going to be the best for you, where you're going to get the biggest results from, so that you can recharge that battery of yours, your mental and physical battery, and reclaim your power. And I'm going to you're going to walk away with 3 strategies so that you can boost your energy, reclaim your time, and make you, yes, you, the priority. So how would your life look different if your mental and physical battery is running at 100% every single day? That's over at talktoperry.com. Now, in Carol Dweck's book, Mindset, she says, and I love this, we like to think of our champions and our idols as superheroes who are born different than us. Isn't that true? We don't like to think of them as relatively ordinary persons or people who made themselves extraordinary. I was like, that's pretty powerful, it's because, we can all become extraordinary. So what will your life look like when you start approaching each day with a growth mindset in your health, your fitness, your mindset, your relationships? How would that impact your life? You're no longer looking at limitations, but you're looking at possibilities. You allow them to flow through you and grow with you. The most critical difference between between the success and failure is the mindset stuff, right? Mindset is the one thing that you do have total control over. And with a growth mindset, you can overcome anything, embracing the challenges as a learning opportunity. So just know that you can choose to use your power, take control, and let the excuses and the justifications and the alibis control you and drain your power. Or you can decide and commit to yourself and your goals. It does take time and focus, especially in the health and fitness stuff. But if this is a lifelong journey, that's okay. It's choosing to figure out new ways, looking at possibilities and learning and growing and keep moving forward. I'd love to hear your top takeaway from today. Drop those in the comments. I do respond to those. You absolutely rock, my friend. And as always, remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week. That's another Power Blast podcast in the books. Thanks so much for tuning in. And remember, when you are ready to recharge your battery, make sure you go to talktoperry.com. That's talktoperry.com. That's Perry. And I want to listen. I want to hear, what's going on. I want to help you in that 15-minute call to recharge your battery and reclaim your power so that you're off and running and creating massive momentum toward your dream. Also, every day I am delivering more motivation, support, tips, and strategies inside my free community with amazing people like yourself. And we are conquering the mindset and the fitness. I do 52 weeks of free training in there. Plus, I coach and I mentor people, as well as give you access to tons of resources and guides. It's called my Upside Down Fitness community because we work on a lot of mindset stuff, the inside stuff. And we're a fun group of people striving to make healthier habits in this awesome chapter of life. So make sure you get in there. I promise you'll absolutely love it. Just head over to UpsideDownFit.com and you can get into the group. And hey, you would be an awesome friend if you get over to iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast and leave an honest rating and review for the Power Blast podcast. It helps awesome people like you find this show even faster, and that's who I'm looking for, awesome people like you. That's all I have for this week, my friend, and just to let you know, you absolutely rock. That's all I have for this week. I'll see you on the next Power Blast podcast, and always remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.